Interesting how all the people left the room in the break. Doesn't usually happen. But that's cool because it gives me space to vlog. Today I'm at the course for the art of international leadership. A guy from York, England, flew here to teach us. It's a 3-day course, 9 till 6. That's how I like my working days. You know, I always complain, I don't want to work 9 till 5 jobs, but a 9 till 6 course is absolutely fine with me. I don't know why. Maybe I should question that. I should also question a lot of other things, like how I lead or how I interact with other people. He gave a few very interesting points and told us that he did not feel appreciated because when we came in here, we didn't seem to care about him. Like care. Yeah? We apparently not enough.
Vlogging.
Yes, vlogging. Hello. We haven't seen her in 5 years? And yes.
Hello, internet.
And you meet people again that you just haven't met in a while. And also people you know from like everywhere. There are people from the RPG Stammtisch, there are people from other CSC courses, Centrum for Social Competences. Yeah, it's interesting. I will keep you updated on what else we learn about. For now, although I'm tired, I think that this is an interesting course. There are people taking pictures of me filming myself. And that's it. The last thing we did was like talking, and my brain is already very dead. But the last exercise was nice. Over the day I had some sleepy faces, so I didn't pay much attention, and it wasn't that interesting. But the end exercise with the communication and important aspects to that is really interesting. Like signaling understanding and then saying that, oh yes, that is important, and then also repeating back words. I mean, rephrasing and that stuff, I know about that from other courses, but the way we do it here, like with a question, coming back with a question, he says that makes the other person feel good, and it's actually true, which is interesting. And yeah, okay, 2 more words on why I do these courses anyway. I mean, I'm done with my studies. Do you really? Okay, because I mean, I don't need to do this, right? But I like to do those courses, and it's never bad to do some management and whatever courses, because, you know, I'm kind of distracted now, but it's alright. It's just one guy filming another guy filming himself. Right, I gotta go to an a cappella meeting, which starts in 3 minutes. See you tomorrow when there's the second part of this class. Another day, the same seminar. Let's do this. Now, the first 2 hours of today's session, we spent repeating what we learned yesterday. And among the many things that we have learned yesterday, I especially like this. Assume. If you assume, you make an ass of you and me. So you should not assume. Well, everybody always assumes, but you should say what your assumption is and clarify if that's correct. That, I think, is a very important thing.
I think so too.
You think so too?
He definitely has a point.
Now, in the end, we did coaching. I mean, it's not the first course that I do coaching in, but I think we never had that long coaching sessions. That was really, really interesting. Really interesting. And intense, yes, what she said. Crazy shit. I mean, I like being coached, and also coaching myself is kind of interesting. Just suppressing your own advice and opinions, but just keep asking. Just keep asking. It's really like it requires a lot of how do you say, discipline. But it is interesting, and yeah, I like that. The other parts of today's session were more like meh, whatever. But the end, there I got the energy back. And whenever I get the energy back, I know that something is really nice. Hello. Right, and I see you guys tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning. Good start in the morning. Third curve in my way to uni. Ice. Pure ice. And I landed on the side. Like this is... Yep. Not the safest conditions for, you know, cycling. It's also nice and dirty, as you can see by my shoulder. Yeah, that's where I fell. Nice to the side. Landed on the side. I think I'm alright. My knee hurts a bit now. Yeah, that part hurts a bit. But other than that, I think my bike is also still fine. It just, yeah, whatever. I should be more careful. Yes, it is cold and it is icy. And I will still continue because I want to go to the third and final day of the Art of International Leadership class. This thing gave me one of these for my knee. I mean, a bit too small, but better than nothing. Don't want all the dirt to get in the wound. Anyway, first half of the morning session. We played such a great game today. It was so much fun. Basically, it was about a different culture, right? So, Bavarians, something with B, the task was to figure out as much as possible about this culture of Bavarians, of this culture, by just asking close questions, so yes and no questions. Half of the group, including me, we were Bavarians, and we had to answer those questions. However, there was a little twist to it. We did not answer based on content. We answered based on whether or not the person asking the question was smiling. So our culture, first of all, is not a real culture, so you are not allowed to draw conclusions about the culture, but also we're very relationship driven. And that is something interesting that, I mean, I would have loved to be in the other group as well, to, you know, because I would have never figured this out. I would have definitely been task oriented and asked my questions. This does not make sense. I mean, I don't think I would have figured it out. I know that because I'm a very task oriented person. I know that about myself, but this exercise is here to show us that there's more to it, that you should maybe also focus on the process and not just the task. Focus on the relationships. Yeah, that was interesting. And also it's very interesting to see that you can influence the other person. I mean, if I smile, they smile more likely. And the learning point is that by the way you interact with a person, you influence the result. And that's something that is not active in my brain. So yeah, it would have been interesting to also do the other side, but it was fun to be a Bavarian, and I would like to do more exercises like these. That was interesting. That was definitely interesting. Okay, it is getting exhausting now in the afternoon, evening, night time. Okay, here's one interesting thing I learned. On the first day, Monday, we did an exercise where basically you had to describe a person, right? And for some reason, when we first did that, we only described the negatives, things that you could have done better. Then our teacher said, well, okay, interesting, why is it also negative? Let's try and see the positives. And there were lots of positives. So we described the positives. And then he told us that yes, humans tend to see the negatives. And then today, just now, we did a completely different exercise where there was an email, you know. Email, like digital communication, is an essential part in international leadership or international business in general. So, we had to analyze an email. What did we do when we analyzed the email? Of course, we only saw the negatives. And then again, he told us, well, that why is that also negative? Isn't there any positive things that you interpret here? And yes, there were lots of positive things to interpret on this email. So yeah, it's really interesting to see that we just really tend to focus on the negative things. And maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you should see their intention, because people don't usually try to be negative, like try to be destructive and bad. People have good intentions. So maybe you should look for those and not for what could be improved. Yeah, that was an interesting observation. To conclude, the course slash seminar slash whatever this was worth it to come here, even though it was exhausting the past few hours, days. Right, I'm being watched from all directions now. Good. Anyway, yes. Well, they don't want to, and I don't want to force anyone in the frame. Have a good evening.
See you, bye.
Yep, and there they go. And you, go make your backup. And then I'll see you at the next class. There will be one more that I do at university before I'm finally not a student anymore. Ha, sad. There's a website online if you want to find out more. It's something with T. Yeah. Right. Good. Interested in what else is to come today? What am I doing to teach us? I feel myself to have a thing to look back on, because in a month I will not remember what I did in this course. And if I want to know, because it is an interesting course, then I can now look at this video. And also for you. I mean, yeah, there you go. Yeah.